So these last examples for section 4.4 are just a little bit extra practice and just evaluating powers with fractional exponents. So let's have a look. Examples. Evaluate 0.4 raised to the power of 3 over 2, which, like we've already discussed, can also be written as 0.04 square root of that, all cubed. Now, there was a reason this time around that why I wrote the cubed on the outside of the radical sign. If I wrote it on the inside of the radical sign, which I'll do in red over here, square root of 0.04 cubed, well, now I would have to figure out what this is cubed and then square root it all. Here, I know that the square root of 0.04 is 0.2. So it's pretty easy to go 0.2 cubed to get 0.008. Now, of course, if you're not familiar with the square root of 0.04 or some other decimal numbers, it might take you a little bit more time or more practice to get that, or simply punch it in on your calculator. Okay. Question B, 27 raised to the power of 4 over 3, which again can also be written as the cube root of 27 to the power of, let me erase that, cube root of 27 to the power of 4, or the cube root of 27 all raised to the power of 4. Now, if I were to raise 27 to the power of 4, 27 times 27 times 27 times 27, I'm going to get a massive number that I'm going to have to find the cube root of. Or, because I know what the cube root of 27 is, which of course is just 3 times 3 times 3. Well, there's my group of 3. The 3 comes out. The cube root of 27 is just 3. Well, 3 to the power of 4 is 3 times 3, which is 9 times 3 is 27, which is times 3 is 81. Okay, so depending on how you're working with the question, excuse me, depending on how you're working with the question, it's going to depend on whether or not you want to expand this first, or simplify the radical first and then expand with the exponent. Negative 32 all raised to the power of 0.4. So here we have negative 32 all raised to the power of 0.4, which, well, tricky enough, is 4 over 10, which reduces to 2 over 5. Well, now I have the fifth root of negative 32. Oops, that's a wrong size too. Negative 32 all squared. Of course, I'm taking the odd root of a negative number, which is okay, so I'm going to get negative as my answer. The fifth root of 32 is 2, and of course this is all going to be squared. Well, negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. And our last example here, D, 1.8 raised to the power of 1.4. Now, sometimes these funky rational exponents just don't work out very nice. So here, you know what? Just go straight to your handy dandy calculator, punch in 1.8 raised to the power of 1.4, and you get 2.2770 something 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 something, or 2.28 if you have to round it. And there's those examples evaluated. I'll come back in the next video and we'll go through this last example.